All right, we got some Alex G bass music here. The beginning alone. Yeah, it's Alex G. The beginning alone in the key of G, man. That is some shredding there on the bass. We got a shred master on the line calling in from California. What's up, Alex?
What's happening, Bruce? How the hell are you, brother?
Great, great to have you. We had a couple seconds of technical difficulty, but hey, we rockers, we worked it out, man. We got you here right on time, man, brother. Great to have
Yes,
you.
there's always a way to get it done.
That's right. You got it, man. Great to have you on the PhD radio show. This is Alex G. Alexander G on bass. In the key of G is the music we've been playing. It's a project that you are a part of, correct?
It's actually basically my own inception of basically music from the heart. Just basically showcasing how music can affect somebody. You can really get a glimpse into what I'm thinking about, what I may be dealing with, different things. Key of G is going to be a very diverse project. It's been very diverse, especially with the musician that I'm working with on it.
And that would be, can we bring up the name?
Absolutely. We for the past 10 years, I've a little bit more than 10 years. I've been working with the former Ronnie James Dio guitarist, Tracy G. It's been an absolute pleasure working with this guy and having a friendship with him as well. It's been an amazing ride.
Great, great. Now, he's just writing the guitar tracks, or do you write the guitar tracks for him, or are you just writing your bass tracks?
It's actually kind of cool how it works. Is that I will come up with a riff, and I'll take it into the studio, and he'll just take that riff and just take it to the 10th level of hell. It's just that's really all I need when I work with him. I just come up with a riff, and an hour or 2 hours later, we got a song fully tracked, mixed, and mastered.
Yeah, sure. And I just played the beginning alone, which is one definitely way different sound than my favorite Wild I Roam, man. That's that is definitely my favorite. And you said play that one, and you wanted to hear the beginning alone for the so it's a great diversity there, man. Definitely, there's some deep sound there in the beginning alone.
Yeah, that one's actually one of my very, very personal favorites. Is that when I play, I try to use a lot of theory, behind what I play, and definitely a lot of personal emotion. Because here's what I think: if you can't play from the heart, any instrument, you might as well just stop what you're doing, you know. And that's kind of the mind frame that I had going into the beginning alone. There's a technique that it's primarily dominant with guitar players, finger tapping. And as you hear in the main riff of the song, I'm tapping my 4-string bass, you know, on that one. And then Tracy comes in with some like classical / flamenco style guitar, as you hear.
Yep.
And then I just come in with some chords using my 8-string with some levels of distortion. Now, there's a secret to that. What I did with my 8-string bass is that I ran it through a Ramble RG100 guitar amp, which was Tracy G's.
Okay.
And just ever so much turned up the gain to get the distorted sound with the
Sure.
chords. And, you know, that was a lot of fun to do. And,
No kidding. Has that been done before? A lot of bass players do that, or do you think that's a first, man?
Running a bass through a guitar head is actually something that's been done for a little while now.
Okay,
In fact,
it has.
one of my favorite bass players, Robert Trujillo.
Okay.
He does that.
All right,
As we all
cool.
know, the brother plays for Metallica and all that.
Yeah, and hey, suicidal tendency or infectious grooves.
In fact, Infectious Grooves was just over at the Whiskey in Hollywood
yeah,
a
man.
few nights back.
Yeah, we love infectious grooves here, man. With we just did an interview with Dean Pleasance. We've done 2 interviews with Dean Pleasance, man. Great guitarist that we love here at the PhD Radio Show. But cool. All right, now let me ask you this: this project, this work that you're doing, is this going to be all instrumental, no vocals? Just going to let the instruments talk? Sing?
Exactly. That's
Okay.
pretty much what I do. You know, when I write my music, I'm horrible when it comes to writing words. I'll admit that right now. But put a bass in my hand, I'll make that thing speak.
Great. And 8-string bass. Now, I've seen the
Yeah.
5, I've seen the 6, and you have an 8-string ESP, man. How do you bridge the neck on that sucker?
It's
A lot of
that thing is
practice.
a whole other animal.
Yes. I can't even imagine, man. I've seen some guys, bridging the 6, but you got an 8. I've never seen a picture of somebody playing an 8-string bass. So name it.
Basically what I try to do, what I try to do with that is kind of cool. I try to outdo myself with my style, with my technique. I try to take it a step further and try to do something that really no other bass players do. And the 8-string, like I said, man, it's a whole different animal, entirely different animal. And if I'll tell you a funny story about that. When I first got it, that thing made me its bitch. It did.
You were ready to
outright did.
You were ready to get rid of it, weren't you?
I was about a stone's throw away from doing that, but as I kept on, I started to build the muscles and build a muscle memory with it. It actually taught me how to play correctly.
Yep.
And what I would do, like whenever I play like 5 or 6 songs on the 8-string, and then I would pick up a 4, and I noticed that my accuracy was improving. Just everything, it really was a game changer for me. And ever since then, the 8-string has kind of been a regular thing, both in studio and in live situations as well.
Great. And that is what, an ESP model?
Yeah, the B208. That's the exact one that I use.
All right. No kidding. Well, we're going to put you in that shredder category that we have here on the PhD Radio Show. We got some great guitars. We got some great guitar shredders, and we got some great bass shredders. And you can play.
Awesome,
you can play a 8-string bass. How many chords? How many fingers are you doing your chords with? 4, 5? You using the thumb? Can you get the thumb over there?
I just use a typical, 3-note, 3-note chord.
3-note. Okay.
Yeah, just a 3-note chord, but it's what I do that makes it bigger.
Yeah. I'm sure.
I arpeggiate the chord. Basically, what I do is I hold the chord down and I play the individual notes in it. But there's a couple of little things that I'm doing to give it that sound. I've been working with a company called Dunlop and MXR.
Mm-hmm.
Been working with them for the past couple of years. I use their pedals. In fact, like with basically in all the tunes, I'm using nothing but Dunlop and MXR tunes, pedals and all that. Like with the 8-string, I mainly use the analog chorus pedal and the analog delay, which I love.
Great. Great. All right. Well, yeah, let's go through a couple of your endorsements. Actually, I played some bands earlier before you got on here. And let me see. Let me go back and look. Grabble Switch and Lansdowne,
Oh, okay.
which I believe are endorsed by a certain cable that you're endorsed by. Is that? And we are
Oh,
endorsed
yeah.
by who? What cable would
Yeah, I
that
wonder
be?
who that is.
What cable?
It's actually a pretty kick-ass cable we got going on. Kick-ass cables, man. They're definitely, some of the best cables that I've used. You got to give a big shout-out to Jack.
Yes.
I mean, just, a lot of love and respect goes up to that guy, He is one cool dude, man.
Yeah, no, they're
really
handmade.
Cool, I'm proud.
Handmade cables.
Yeah.
And my story is, if you go behind his house, he's got holes all in the backyard there where he digs up the ore for the cables. He even digs up the silver and the gold and whatever goes in there. He digs it up in his backyard. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Okay. Yeah, believe that. All right. And who else?
Yeah.
You got another endorsee that we are definitely is part of our family is Shredneck.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy
the
Bell.
Shredneck.
Yes, which
Yeah,
I didn't know they did a
the
bass.
boy.
I didn't know they did a bass.
I didn't know for a little while either until one day I had seen it on their website, because the first time I seen the Shredneck, I was at the NAMM show a few years ago, and I seen it there.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I've seen the different models. I've seen the Zach Wild model, I've seen the Randy Rhoads model and stuff like that, which is great. When I found out about the bass Shredneck, I was like, I want one of those. And I contacted Shredneck, and I was like, well, what can I do for an endorsement? And I got a hold of, first I got a hold of Fred. I got a hold of him and started talking to Jimmy and get everything done up. And now I'm an endorsee for Shredneck. I'll tell you, I keep that thing in my car, dude. I take it everywhere I go.
Now, you like Jimmy? You drive down the highway and you're using it while you're driving. Is that?
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, okay. He does. Yep. He goes to the WWE. He does a lot of work for the WWE, and they call him on the spot.
Oh,
And
yeah.
He's got to warm up, and he warms up on his 45-minute ride down to Stamford, Connecticut, with his Shredneck. So that's cool, man. Just a great family we got here with your endorsements. Anybody else that you got to give some props out to?
The main thing is, like I said, I work with Shredneck and Kick-Ass Cables. I'm working with Dunlop. I'm also working with Kaler. They make some of the best damn guitar and bass bridges out there that you can get. Okay. I'm endorsed with them. I just joined up with them last year, early last year, and it's awesome. In fact, on my BC Rich bass is the 4-string. I'm running a whammy bar on there.
Oh, no
and,
kidding. That is cool. I am definitely 100% behind whammy bars, man. I love the whammy bars.
Oh, so do I. Now, what's really cool about the whammy is that Wild I Roam, if you listen to some of the riffs there, I'm using the whammy on it.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of hidden, but you can hear it.
Yep.
It is there. In fact, Wild I Roam was the first track that I ever recorded using the whammy bar. Now, there's something special about Wild I Roam, okay? A good buddy of mine, my boy Joe, we go back a few years. He's an amazing guitar player. He used to play for a group called Crone, and they really influenced my sound, influenced the different sounds I like to use. And I figured, hey, you know what? I want to do something to San Ken, because he's been a very good friend of mine for a while. And I decided, hey, you know what? Let me do Wild I Roam my way. So I basically learned the song, changed some things a little bit, and just tried to make it rock. And I'm sure my boy's listening right now. He knows what's up, and I'm actually going to be working on a project with him. I got a couple other projects in the works right now. It's going to be insane what I got coming up this year for 2014.
Great. Now let me ask you this: do you do studio work at all, or no? You just
there is going to be some studio work.
There is.
There is going to be some studio work. I'm going to be continuing on with the Key of G. There's a couple more songs that I'm going to be doing. There's also one very, very special song that is going to be on there. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I'm also doing another project with Acid Lab Records artist Express Fresh, who is a very good friend of mine.
Yeah. I saw that. Is that a little more? hip hop, a little rock rap going on.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I just, oh yeah, it's awesome, man. It's absolutely awesome. He's bringing me in on his album. In fact, this week, I believe, I got to touch base with him a little bit more on it, but I believe this week I'll be getting back into the studio with him to lay down some more tracks. And 8-string has been used on the song called Politic. 8-string was there. There is going to be some more. 8-string magic coming up. Dude, I'm super stoked. The name of the album is called God is Gracious. I'm looking forward to getting in there and hammering it out with him. And again, like I said, continuing working with TFG this year, man, 2014 is going to be some ass kickery.
Great. Hey, when we get done with this interview, don't go nowhere. I got to get online with you. I got to talk to you about that project, Acid Labs. Definitely. All right, where else do you want to go from here? You tell me. I'll tell you what. Go ahead.
Well, I do got one thing.
You got it. Go ahead.
A little sneak peek as to what's going to be going on with the Key of G. It's tied in to a TV show that I love watching. There's a show on the Discovery Channel called The Devil's Ride. And, they just have
I just watched it last night, premiere.
I was watching it as well. Hey, I don't know about you, man, but I'm going for the boys in Sinbad. You know, I'm going for them boys.
Oh my God! Okay, come on. Tell me you're gonna be doing some music for it. Is that maybe?
Well, you just let the cat out of the bag.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna make it to the show, but there is a tune that was inspired. I've already written like half of it already. It's a tune called "Sinister Pride." The boys in the Sinister Mob Syndicate, they inspired this tune. The show inspired the tune. I follow everybody on the show on Twitter. You know, we all follow each other. It's super cool, man. You know, I just want to give a shout out to the boys if they're listening in right now. You know, the Diesel, Rockham, Bubba, all of them. You know,
too cool, man. Oh yeah, I watched every episode last year, and I was there watching the premiere, this season premiere, last night, man. Definitely.
It was great. It was absolutely great.
Too cool, man. Oh, I definitely would love to see some of your music on that show. Definitely would fit really good.
You never know, man. You never know what can happen, but it is definitely something that is written, and a couple of boys do know what I'm doing. They are aware of it, and like I said, man, I got to give a quick shout out to Diesel. You know, he's been very supportive. You know, on Twitter, he's kind of pumped out a couple of tweets, about the radio show and everything. You know, it's much appreciated. You know, cool. It really is.
Cool, excellent. All right, where can we go hear your music? You got any music on any on your website? You got your website up?
I'm actually been considering getting a full-on website, but I try to stay with the keep it simple, stupid method. You know. Okay. I just really use the Facebook, Facebook.com/official G-Bass Music, and find me up on Twitter at Alexander_G-Bass. Hit me up, come say hello.
Yeah, you can go to PhD Radio Show on Facebook or my Facebook page, which most of listeners know, and I put the links on the promo banner. They're right there. Just click on the links, and it'll go to Alex's pages. All right, brother. Well, definitely we're going to be talking in the future. Any new projects or any big news comes out, you got to let me know. And, of course, new music. And like I said, I'm going to go into Wild I Roam, my favorite. Just a great instrumental, man, with some rocking instrumental. And I've never used that word before, rocking and badass instrumental. And, stay on the line, buddy, and I want to talk to you for a second while this song's playing. Okay, bud?
All right, let's go into the wild.
Okay. Hey, I'll tell you what, man, while I got you here, let's do a station ID also. We'll cut it out and clip it.
All right. Hey, what's up? This is Alexander G hanging out with Bruce on PhD Radio. Check it out.
Great, buddy. Love it. Okay, here we go. Wild I Roam. Alexander G. In the key of G. Wild I Roam, man, and that's Alex G with his project partner Tracy G. Man, great sound, brother. I just love that
Awesome,
sound,
man. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. You know, it was an awesome, you know, track to do, and everybody that's heard it, I mean, they love it. You know, that one's definitely gotten some pretty good attention, and it's kind of cool because while we're taking that little break, I got a message from Diesel. He is listening into the show right now.
No kid.
He is listening in.
What's up, D?
He's listening right now. They're down in San Diego. I'm sure he's there at the shop right now.
Southtown representing.
Yeah. I just got a message from him right now saying that he's listening to the show. And he says, tell Bruce I said, what's up, and thanks for watching. And that came from Diesel.
No kid, man. Beautiful. Hell yeah, man.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah, dude. You know what? And I just, I actually recorded also just in case I fell asleep. But no, I stayed up and watched the whole episode last night, man. And
it was crazy.
I don't know what's up with them boys taking their patches, man. We gotta represent there, man.
Yeah, that was completely unexpected.
Definitely.
What I can tell you is that there's going to be a lot of surprises this coming season. It's going to be absolutely insane. I'm looking forward to next week. You know, I tell you, I watch that show religiously.
Yeah, definitely, man. Great. Thanks a lot, D, for listening in, man. Definitely a big fan. All right, brother. Well, that's great. Great little circle here, man.
It is, man. Yep. It's pretty cool. You know, we got one of the boys from Sin Mob listening in. We got some killer music, you know.
Great.
On a badass radio show. So, hey, man, what else can we ask for?
All right, we're going to go into level 12, man. You ever hear these guys, Alex, man? I know you're on the phone right now, so you can't listen in, but give them a check sometime. Level 12. Naming this
Level 12. Yeah, I'll definitely check them out. Send them my way. You know, I'll definitely have a listen. There's a few different bands that I'm listening to right now outside of the stuff.
All right, let's. Who's your hot band? Who you really digging out right now?
That's actually a very good question. One band that I'm very, very, very proud of and very pleased is with a group called Gemini Syndrome.
Oh yes,
these guys are absolutely amazing. Very, very talented bunch of guys. Super humble guys. You know, I've had the pleasure to know them personally for quite some time. They are on tour right now. They are on the road. They are starting off, I believe, in Texas. They're heading down there right now. They left last night. They're on tour right now from February 6th to 28th. Check out their website for further details, GeminiSyndrome.com. They're heading out with a group called Emphatic, which these guys are badass.
Sure.
And another group called Red. They're out there.
Yeah, Gemini Syndrome, definitely, they've been on our radar. Me and you talked about them last time we talked on the phone, and definitely great band, man. Love what they're doing there. All right, Alex, man, great. Of course, we'll be talking. Every other week we're calling each other, so definitely keep me updated what's going on, brother.
I definitely will, man. There's going to be a lot of new stuff coming out this year, and there's also something super near and dear to my heart that I'm going to be taking part in. I've done it last year. I'm going to be doing it again this year if time permits. In April of this coming year, there is a charity benefit that's put on by Autism Speaks.
Hey, beautiful. AutismSpeaks.org. We are big promoters of that. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's a thing going on. It's called the Metal Jam. It was an absolute honor and privilege to play this event last year. I'm going to be playing it again. Again, like I said, depending on how my schedule is this year, because there's a lot of stuff coming up, which I'm super stoked about. It's an awesome fundraiser to bring some people together and play with some of the best musicians in the LA area and all this. I'm just looking forward to get out there and rocking for these kids, man.
Great. Hey, you know who a big spokesman is for AutismSpeaks.org, right?
No.
Dan Spitz and his wife, big, big spokesmen. They're behind that cause 100%. AutismSpeaks.org. That's how come I know about it. Me and my partner had an interview with Dan Spitz from Anthrax. So about
wow.
8 months ago, and yes, his two sons have autism, and we had a great half-hour interview with him telling us what life is like to have children with autism. So autismspeaks.org is the organization, and we're 100% behind that.
Yeah, it's such an awesome thing what that charity is doing, you know, for these people that have been stricken with this disease. It's horrible. I have a friend whose nephew, I believe, or niece, I'm not sure, but she has some family members that do have autism. It's sad. It's outright sad, and knowing that I can get out there and place some notes that are going to be beneficial to these kids, to this charity that can help find a cure for this damn thing, let's get it done.
Yeah, you got it. You know what? I just switched up the song coming up next. Because why? Because we can. Because it's our show. We don't have any directors, program directors. We are the program directors. And this is a song, Puzzle Box, Dan Spitz and Don Chaffin did together. Red Lamb's the name of the band, and it was a song about autism. So how cool is that, man? Great segue and great ending to the show, buddy. You just tied it in all perfect.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Definitely an awesome thing, and knowing that someone is known as Dan Spitz, you know, getting involved with something like that,
yes.
That's awesome, man.
Yep. You can go to his website, and it's all on there, danspitz.com, I believe it is. It used to be, Red Lamb used to have a website up all about it, but it's been taken down, so Dan Spitz has it on his website. All right, buddy. I got to get a couple more songs in here, and we're going to roll into Puzzle Box, the song about autism. And great talking with you, brother. All right, we'll be in touch.
Awesome.
Take care, Alex.
You too, my brother.
How did this happen? Somebody tell us, anybody got the guts? Just tell the truth to the people, the ones who suffer just like us. Another torturous day, a fight that I can't win. Autism ain't just schism, it's blood-curdling screams from within. Seems the brain won't connect, I can't find a minute of peace. Hiding skills, they come next. With duplicity, it ain't easy. I struggle day by day by day. We abduction, human deconstruction.
Yeah, every mind's like a puzzle box, man. That's Red Lamb, Dan Spitz, Don Chappin. My bad. I think it's Don Chappin. Great song there. Okay, Alex had one more, another thing he wanted to add. I thought we were done. I cut him off. Go ahead, brother.
One last thing, guys. First off, I want to say thank you to Jimmy Bell from Shredding That, Jack Hammaker from Kick-Ass Cables, the guys from Senator Vermont Syndicate from The Devil's Ride. Check it out, man. You know, everyone that's come together has been an awesome thing to help me get this interview out. It's been a pleasure doing the show with you, brother. You know, I definitely keep you posted some new stuff. A couple quick websites. For the Gemini Syndrome tour dates, check out GeminiSyndrome.com. It's on the right side of the screen for this tour that they're on now. Come check me out at www.facebook.com/officialgbassemusic. Dial me up on Twitter at Alexander_GBass. The links are going to be there on the PhD Radio Facebook page.
Yep.
Hit me out, man. Let's get this done. New music coming your way in 2014. Let's kick some ass.
You got it, man. Just like Kick-Ass Cables. All right, brother. Great to have you again, man. And thank you again. We'll be doing more in the future. Trust me. All right, let's go into some Level 12 Sandbox.